Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Live at the Backyard Bird Center. Well, as today is the day before Mother's Day, thought we would pay homage to the moms in the bird world and give you some facts about them and how I don't need me to tell you how wonderful they are, but in the bird world, moms, they do a lot. I mean, in some nesting species, and yes, I've got a playlist going here behind me, so there's going to be lots of pictures coming through of nesting situations and a lot of females, but also males in there too. Because when it comes to nesting, obviously we know the females do all the egg laying. But not all females do all of the incubation. They do most of it, and we've got whole programs on sexual dimorphism, which is to being able to tell a female bird from a male bird by their appearance. And the classic examples that we know, of course, are cardinals. And the reason for that is that the females do most of the incubation, and so it's much better if you're sitting on a nest in a bush to be brown than bright red. So cryptic coloration for them is important. But not all females are, so dully colored compared to their males. Chickadees, again, an example of one you can't tell apart by just looking at them. But they are cavity nesters, so the chickadees don't sit out in the open or in a bush exposed, and so their coloration is not as important when it comes to being camouflaged. But in a lot of species, there is shared incubation duty. So the birds switch out, and bald eagles. The males come in and they'll take their turns on the nest and incubating the eggs, and the female will be able to go out and hunt for a while, and vice versa. And a lot of what we learned at right out of college, I was studying bobwhite quail. We talk about the dedication to the nest, the ones that are more dedicated and harder to scare off, and really, yes, the females are a bit more dedicated, although in many circumstances we had females that were lost to a predator, and the males took over complete incubation of the quail eggs, and were trying to make it work. Now the males are not as dedicated when it comes to if another predator, potential predator situation comes along, the males may tend to flush easier and abandon the nest quicker. But in that world, it is shared duty much of the time. Now, as things are coming by here, whenever I think the ultimate mom, as far as when you talk about all the work, is the ruby-throated hummingbird whenever she comes by, because in that world, it is definitely all the female that does all the work. The males attract the mate, and they mate with the females, but the females does all of the nest building, the egg laying, all of the incubation, all of the feeding of the young. So in that world, so there are extremes in the bird world where moms have to do all the work, and then there's plenty of species where the work is shared. But the egg laying in itself is the most important thing, and all the females have to do that. It's a great idea for a program. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, all the moms out there, for what you do. And I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, and the kids bring you lots of gifts because you deserve it. And thank you for the idea for the program. Send in ideas for future programs. Give us a like, give us a share. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Until then, come on, let's talk birds.